Today, I'm excited to show you something revolutionary, an AI-powered education management system that is changing how schools and government manage student data. This isn't just another school management system. This is the future of education administration. In this video, you will see how AI answers complex questions about your students in school in seconds, why this system is completely different from traditional school software. Real demonstration of features you won't find anywhere else. This is another school management system that is uniquely designed. And in this video, you will see how AI answer complex questions about your student in seconds, why this system is completely different from the traditional school software, and the real demonstration of features you won't find anywhere. So let's dive in. Now, first of all, let's log in with the admin and log in with these credentials. The state admin log in with these credentials. Good. Now, this is the state admin dashboard. You can see the state admin interface. It has a lot of features. We have a user management where the state admin can assign users, add user. You can add user. So you give the user name, their email address, the phone number, is select row. Is it the local government admin or ward admin officer, the LGA? We have discussed this in the previous video. We can confirm password here, then enter the user's address. Then this is where we this is where we get the student result summary. So you can see so far so good. This is a result, the broadsheet for what is happening across the state. From report from the various LGA. So you can see this is where we get the results. The subjects. This is where we also create we add subjects. You can add more subjects. Presently, we have some subjects here. You can see the subject and their subject code, the class type. You can edit, view the subject. Some are elective, some are core subjects. So this is where also we get the LGAs. So we can add new LGA. Presently, I think we have about 30 LGAs so far. So from the dashboard here, we see, let's check. I think we have about 30 LGAs. Total of 125 was total school so far from across the states. Then total student 19. So we have the LGAs here. This is where we define the words. We add new words. We can upload words. We also assign users to words. Schools. This is where also we create we add new school. We can add new school. Then select the LGA. Then assign the school code and what have you. So this menu also gives us the performance. If you want to have a detailed analytics of the first term performance, the second term performance by across the LGA, you can filter them by their term, by the LGA, or by words, or by schools, or by class. Please, YouTube, these are fake data. Please don't take down my video. They are fake people's information. So we can check the academic here. This will be automatically, this academic automatically update itself. So if we move to another session, it will automatically be 2026, 2027. Currently, we are in 2025, 2026. So this is where we get we can filter them by the LGA. So far so good. You can see the schools, the award, this 001 should be commerce, math 001. You see, so we have the student performance summary in this way. So they keep adding, they keep coming by their LGA, by their award. So this is where we can now apply the filter, can export to CSV. Now the watermarks. This is where we configure the watermarks for the student results. So we manage watermark for student results. From this, you can create a new watermark. We can think presently we are using this particular one. This is active, the Boomer state. We can also preview it and look at how it looks like. This is wonderful. So this is how the watermarks will be, and this is how the student. This will be the appearance of how the appearance will look like on the student side. So we can edit the watermark, do a lot of things. We have a lot of result templates we can choose on. So we can use the existing ones or create a new template. the cumulative result. So this is where we get the cumulative result. First of all, the subject limit. So we have all the subject limit here defined here, and that's how that one works. So we have a lot of things. We have the print manager. So now here's what makes this project very, very fantastic, and this is make the system very special. There is a AI assistant that is let's come to can see now under the quick action. So so the AI assistant is a game changer here. So and if you click, let's click on this AI assistant. If you click this AI assistant, now this AI assistant, if you look at this beautiful interface, it is powered by the Google Gemini, OpenAI GPT, Anthropic Claude, or the XAI Grok you choose. So instead of clicking through dozens of reports and then from our previous video where you look at some features, you have to do some SQL query to get some information. No, instead of clicking through those dozens of reports and running complex query, just ask question in plain English. Let's try type question in for our AI assistant to let's type some questions and let's watch how our AI assistant will respond. So let's say we want to ask the AI assistant in this project now. So now we want to ask AI assistant to how many students do we have in total. So let's say we have to have how many students enrolled. You click on it and then the AI will start thinking. I can see based on the current database for me, there are a total of 19 students enrolled. So currently, for this the total number of enrollees we have is 19 students. So that is what we have. So the AI this is just the beginning. So let us ask something more complex. Let's say we want to ask the AI assistant. Let's say there was one I was working on previously. I think this one was I asked the AI which students score above 70% in mathematics in first term. So I'll click this and I click send. So so when I click this, watch. So it said the AI said, this is the response. Based on the provided data, the following students scored above 70% mathematics in first term 2024-2025. And the name of the person is Miriam Smith with a score of 89%. So that is how it works. Now I'm asking about, like in this prompt now, I'm asking about specific subject performance in a specific term. And here I understand the context. It searches through the thousands of records and gives me exactly what I need. It even shows me the student name Miriam Smith and their scores and the school. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. So we can do a lot of things. We can even ask, okay, what are AI? Tell me which LGA has the most students. You click on. You can type, or you can. We have some sample prompt here. So you say which LGA has LGA has let me see that particular question. Okay. We can ask. Let me ask. Okay, which LGA has the most students? So we click on it and let's see. Let's watch what AI say. So which you can see based on the current data, area not LGA has the most students with a total of 19 students. So that is and he said, okay, based on the current database information, area not okay, it's still saying the same thing with the top of student, and this confirmed that top LGA by student which lists area not with 19 students. All students are located in area within the area not. Area is a word in that area, not LGA. This is wonderful. So we can ask a lot of questions. We can even give type the total number of students, or we can say, okay, how many students are in science in department? So you can type that, how many students are in science department. The AI will give us the answer. We can also say, okay, compare student performance between the first term and second term, and it can also do that. So if you say, okay, do a lot of things. So this is where we ask AI to do, instead of us querying the SQL or writing some SQL code or logic or start typing some SQL queries. No, that one will take time. So this is just asking the AI in plain English, and AI will just give us the response. And let me show you. Like I've said, the AI can do comparative analysis across terms. So, and one of these feature advantages, this helps the administrator to identify trends, spot problems early, and make data-driven decisions. This is the kind of insight that you used to require expensive consultant. And there is one thing now. Here is something unique in this application. You are not locked into one AI provider. So let's go to settings. If you go to this settings page here now, click settings. Now you can see now we have AI provider Gemini. I'm using Gemini, Google Gemini recommended. You can add some other AI provider. Then if you are using Gemini, you can go to the Google AI Studio, get the API key, and then copy and paste it here. So the API is encrypted and stored there securely. That's why we have something like it's not it is not wise to display someone's API key in order to forestall just to prevent security issues. Then you can see once you enter your API key here, then you select the models. So currently we are using most capable model with Gemini 2.5 Pro. So you can select Grok and other OpenAI other models here. So we have, I think we have Grok models and inside the API key. So this is where the setting is, and then you can save the settings. Other providers, you can visit this URL for OpenAI platform, and then you go that way. All right, back to AI assistant. So what makes this different? Like we have said, it's comparison with traditional system of educational management. One, the whole system, manual data entry everywhere, and the static report only, no intelligence, can't answer questions, and limited to basic CRUD operations. But this particular one, this system, the AI-powered insights, natural language queries, predictive analytics, conversational interface, and deep data intelligence. So a lot of things. Okay, if I can say, okay, tell me, okay, how many males have been enrolled so far? So if let's give this AI prompt and let's see what AI will do. Answer. Let's see processing. So it said based on the current database information, there is no data available regarding the gender of enrollment. So therefore, I cannot provide the number of enrolled so far. So let's give it a definite once. So let's say, okay, how many female students? How many female students? It said based on the current database information, you must know the way you prompt AI. So there is way you. So you must the way your prompt, you must properly structure your prompt so that the AI will give you a better response. So I say, how many female students are enrolled? Say based on the current database information, there is one female student enrolled in the system, and there is one female student enrolled in the system. So you can say, okay, what about the compare enrollment across LGA? Let's compare enrollment across LGA. Okay, so based on the current database, enrollment across LGA is as follows. Area North is 19 students. That's total release under that LG. Area North is 19 students, and Area North LG has reported student enrollment. Other LGs do not have student enrollment figures available in the provided database. And if you come to this Area North, let me enter the ward admin, the ward officer that's under Area North. This is the credentials. Let me log in and see what is happening. So far, forget about this. This 27 is 19 because I just added some old these are old records. So what AI is seeing presently is based on what the prompt I gave, is seeing the 2025-2026 session total enrollees for 2025-2026. So but if it is this one is just displaying the total students so far across the previous sections. So but AI is also correct. Presently we have a total 19, I think, total data 19 that are enrolled. Yes. So we have it like that. Then so we have that. I think in our, if you come to area, so this is where we the student submission list, submission by school appear. So we have it like this. So we have something like this. So we have something like this. So these are the recently approved students. So we have thing like this. So this is the guy Choman Wike covering this particular LGA, this particular word area. So we have the student. These are so far so good. Total number of all students in this word that are active. So all to the number of students that are active. See, we have things like this. So the reason why I'm saying this is that if you check out these are 2025, then all these records are just records that are entered when these are not just they are simulation records. So based on the ID, the correct ID and this ID we have defined, JSS to start with 2, JSS to start with 5, SS to start with 2, we have indeed 19 students. All these ones are something I did simulation, so they are not students that are really captured anyway. It was a simulation then. So the AI is correct by 19 students so far, and these are the 19 students so far with all this ID. It's wonderful. So so this is where, like, let me just recap. If the ward officer comes here, this is the ward officer's dashboard. So they can come here and manually enter student details. Let's say you want to capture new enrollees. So you come here. Then under this area, not LGA, we have the ward officer. We have 2 schools assigned to this area. So we can choose this one. You can choose any one. Let's say we are using area. We proceed to the student. So we enter the student name. Let's say the student name is Bingjo. The last name is Oku. Then the male is a male. Then we enter the date of birth for that child. Let's say 01/2009. Then we give the father's name, maybe okay. Mother's name, maybe Binta. Then the guardian's phone number, we have 09, just any number. These are fake data. If it's a JSS1, we add to roster. We come again, the admin officer will also come back again, enter the person's name. Maybe this one is Moses. Then we have the last name to be Irika. This one is a female. The date of birth is 01, maybe 03/2007. Then the father's name, maybe Michael. The father's first name. The mother's mother's name, Angelina. Phone number, if there's any. If there's not any, just leave vacant. The class, let's say SS2. Remember, subject selection required. SS2 and SS3 students must select their department and 6 selected subjects and 3 composite subjects. So those in SS2, SS3 have their subjects are departmentalized. So you select, if this one is going for sciences, you see the sciences subject displaying. So you select the appropriate subject. The 3 is composed already, so don't need to select them, which is the English, general math, or citizenship. It's applicable for the arts, humanity, the sciences, the humanity, and what have you, the business, those going for under the business studies. So you add to roster again. This is how they keep adding roster in their own word. So once they are done, they can now submit for approval. So once this admin officer submit this as approval, the state officer will come here. So the state officer comes here and review the submission. So this is the state officer's dashboard. So state officers comes here, review the submission from that particular word under the LG. So you can see I think this is the word, you can preview it. You can see still pending. Look at it, still pending submission. So why the submission is pending, the word officer can edit and delete the student details. So you can edit, delete student details. So this is where the word officer can do that. So this is being job. This is so you can delete the entire submission, or when you say select all, it will just select, and then you can delete the entire submission. Let's clear the selection. So this is where it happens. Said the submission is pending approval. You can edit all student details below, including the name, the sex, gender. So you can do anything here. So they can edit all these details. So they can edit all these details. So let me check something. All right. So so if you come here, so far so good. Like I've said, these are one that are pending. You can see this is pending. Okay, this one was what you want, the one that was sent, and Binju, Ojuku, and the rest of them. So let's view the stuff. You can see these are pending for submission. They're pending for approval rather. So this is what happened here. So, but if you can come here, you can change the class, change whatever, what have you, and then do a lot of you can do a lot of changes. Then at the state admin here, so the state admin, like I've said, the state admin can look at the submission. If the submission is okay, if it's okay, they can now, state admin officer can now approve the submission. So state admin officer can now approve the submission. You can see, so they can approve submission. So let's so what the state admin officer now can do now is that, so since the state admin can go through all these things, state officer can now approve the, so let's, after going through this thing, then state officer click approve, and they say approve to students from new era secondary school. So no, not that one, it should be this one. I think pending, this was one that was pending. Being job, the one we just did now. So once you click at it, you can see, okay. So this is it. So we now, the state officer can now click approved. Okay, approved to students from area secondary school. So you can see submission approved to students registered. So those students, these students are now properly registered. So they are now properly registered. This is wonderful. So the state admin officer always come here to review their submissions. So this is where the state admin comes to review their submission, and immediately they review their submission, once this one becomes locked, because if you refresh this place now, it's approved, so it's locked. So you can see now submission edit, pending submission. You can edit, add, or bulk delete before state admin approval. Approval rejected submission, no changes allowed on state admin as approved submission. Bulk delete, select multiple students or entire students. So once the change is done, you cannot do, what you can only is just to view only. You can only view the selection. You cannot change, alter anything. So you cannot alter anything. So that's how it works. You cannot change anything. The only thing there is that it could have been issue where some students are there are some issue concerning the number of subjects that was entered during the registration process. The ward officer can now contact the state admin officer. Maybe if there could be discrepancy in the subject combination. So they contact the state officer. The state officer now can now come to this place to view and manage the student. This is where the state officer manages student. Can see this guy, Banky. Where is that guy? You can enter them by the ID. You search the student name by the ID. Let's me come here. Let's say this guy here. Okay, where's that SS2? If the subject combination was wrong, so we come here, click enter here, enter the student detail, apply filter. Now this is the search. This is the search term. This is the most Sirica. You find the record. Then you want to edit. You can come here. The state officer can now come here and edit. Now editing is state admin privilege. It is not for the ward officer. So the admin officer can edit student names, contact information, and subject after approval. So, and both even the subject selection. So this is where the admin officer can now come here and enter. They cannot alter the student name. The class level cannot be changed, because that amount changing that one will resulting in the transformation of the student ID. I remember I said the SS classes start with 2, while that of junior classes start with 5. So once you have chosen class, it's not editable, but you can still change, alter the student names and then the subject selection also. So this is where you can update the record of this student subject combination. So we can come here and then update the subject combination. Now that's good. So we have something like this. So a lot of things. So you can see so far. So this is where the admin can now type and then edit, and it will reflect on the admin officer's side. Now let's look at a lot of features are here, like I've said. So before a state officer starts collating, gives the admin officer for the right to collate a student result, the state officer must first of all come to this under this quick action. Look at the academic calendar. You have to configure the academic calendar. So we look at the academic calendar. So let's create a new calendar. So we have defined academic calendar. This is our calendar, this session. So we have said first time we start from this and end December. Second time, this is where we change the manage academic calendar. The third time will happen like this. The academic year starts September 28th. Then we click create calendar. You say please select a session. So we click 2025, 2026. All these sessions automatically updates. So they are dynamic. That drop down menu is dynamic. So you have something like that. So academic calendar created successfully. So this is where we have the academic calendar. Then we come back again to the dashboard. We look at the result submission control. Now this is where we now enable the submission. So once you click enable submission, the admin officer can now collate a result. So we click enable. When you click enable submission, so result submission is enabled. So now if it's enabled, the ward officers now can now enter this student scores. So let's start for this student being JSS1. Let's say we want to, let me grab this so that I won't to speed up things. So we have something like this. Let me open a notepad. Noted. So the ward officer comes here and want to collate. And let me come to this place. Before then, remember we have our subject codes, and this subject combination have their own code. Like national value is this particular one. This code will be given to the ward officers. So we have something like this. This is English. This is a basic tech. Okay, that's for the JSS classes. The JSS class. So, and for the SS, we have something like this. All right. All right. So we have something like literature should be for art. Let me just add it. Okay. So this is a very nice feature. So now what happened is this, like the guy in JSS1 now, or let's come that JSS, let's bring the collation. So the word admin comes here and then click result collation. So the result collation, you select class. Let's say we are collating for the JSS1, this guy in JSS1, and then we confirm the class level. We must confirm the class level. So let's assume we mistakenly enter for PHE. This is for physics, and physics is meant for senior classes. Click validate subject, and then we enter the child's ID, and this ID start for is for the JSS classes. We have 24. See what the system will do now to throw error. You can see error. Project level mismatch. So physics is meant for the senior, not for the junior. Let's refresh this page. Now let's select the class level, confirm the class level. Let's enter the appropriate code, which is this code, and its national value is meant for the junior classes. So you click junior value, validate the subject. So let's enter the child's ID. I think I have 10-digit number assigned to them, and this 10-digit number will be available for them from SS1, 2, 3. SS, we have also their own separate that will last for that SS1 to 2 to SS3. So enter CA 25. Let's say the exam score is 50. We add, can see. So it is added because it's meant for national value, is meant for the junior class. Then we click submit all results. You can click. So keep adding for this class. Keep adding is a roster. Keep adding. Once you are done with adding, then click submit all results. Let's submit this. And click OK. The result is submitted. Now, let's say we are compiling for the senior classes. The senior. So the senior now, we have this guy read number Binjo Ojuku, and the class level. Say class level is I think this is SS2. Confirm class level. Let's enter. And this guy, remember we chose is a science student, and this subject was selected, science subject were selected. Let's assume we enter wrong. This was not part of the subject that was selected during his enrollment, during the subject during the in the course of enrolling the student. So we validate subject. Actually, it's going to validate it as one of the subject code that were created. Let's enter the student details. Call this one 22. Let's say 54. And click enter. You can see there's a departmental mismatch. So because the subject wasn't part of the during the enrollment, wasn't selected. So let's enter the valid enrollment subject code. So we refresh the page, SS2. We click confirm class level. We enter the valid subject code, validate it. Enter the student, I think student ID. Student ID. Click 21. Let's say 49, and click enter. It will accept that added result because of it's part of the subject that was selected during the enrollment. So for senior secondary school students, the system enforces proper subject combination based on department. Like we have seen sciences, commercial, art. So it's in preventing invalid combination and ensure students meet, like in Nigeria setting, like WAEC requirements. Plus subjects can be locked after a deadline to prevent last minute changes. So, and one thing again, if you look at the automated promotion control, let's go to the state admin. The promotion control, I think this is the promotion control. This is where we promote student. All these features like create an LGA, we can create LGA here. Academic, we have seen subject. This is where we enforce the subject limit. Before the automated promotion control, let's look at this feature, backup data management. These are not some feature. I included this feature just because if you want to back up, where the admin can now create a backup. So you create a backup for today. Let's say I want to create a backup for today. Then I'll back up the file. Then this is the backup. The admin can now download this backup. So once you download this backup, the reason why we have this feature in place is database crash. So every action is logged. So and every deletion is tracked. So we can back up entire database with one click and restore it if needed. This is the kind of security and accountability government system need. So you need to have a backup. So you back up. There could be system crash. There could be database crash. A lot of things. Then you have your backup. You download this backup. Then once you want to restore, you click restore and restore the backup, and the system will automatically restore. These are recent activities of backup I have done, and it's working awesomely. This is wonderful. So let me tell you why this application matters. You can now answer questions from let me say from the government office in seconds, not days. How many students are in science class? Which wards have the lowest enrollment? What is our pass rate trend? You can ask the AI. The AI will automatically do the response for you and give you the result for you instead of employing experts to do that for you from this AI assistant here. And this is wonderful. So for ward administrator, you manage your schools without droning in paperwork, submit results, track student and generate report all from one clean interface. So for parents, students, they check their result online anytime. No more waiting for printed report card. No more lost document. So the parents will come here. Like I think I have here where they check their results. So give them this interface. They enter their student ID. A source code also will be generated by the ward admin. I think this is a. I think this I have here. I think where the ward officer. Let me submit this result. Let me submit this one. So this is where the ward officers get their. I mean the state officers share this. Let me go to the dashboard. So the state officer comes here, and then these are link, public link. They share this link to the ward officer to generate a source code for the student to check their result. Because students check their, we assess their result with their reg number and the source code given to them. I think this is source code. So they copy this source code, send it to the ward admin. So the ward admin comes here, and this source code work for ward admin. That URL, if you place it anywhere, it won't work. It's for the ward admin officers. So we click for ward admin officers. Okay, this is the result. Sorry, this is the result. Let me check the source code. Sorry, this source code. Copy the source code, and then click here, and then click enter. Wow! So this is where the admin now can now call the source code, like this guy Joseph Annie. Then you enter their, you get their source code. This is where they get their print. The ward officer print the source code and then assign it to the student to check their results. So you can check section by section. If it's for this current session, you look at for this school under that ward. Then if for classes, for the whole classes, left filter or student, you are going to see the recent captured students. These are the recent ones. So these are subject code. You can see for Moses Irika, and this is ready. So the ward officer will print out this source code, and this source code will be available for students whose during the enrollment their registration were approved, properly approved. So if it's not approved, they cannot get their source code, and their names will not be listed in this particular page. So that's how it works. Back to dashboard. So you can see total student here, school 2. I've registered to total student at 1. Like I told you, it's 19, but I added some things, but they are not part of the student list. That's why it's supposed to be 19. So we have added about 2 students. So you have something like that figure now. Total schools in ward 2, pending is 0, result 5 submission. So let us ask the AI now that how many students so far are. Let's query the AI. Let's see the AI. So now AI. Let's ask our AI. So how many students are enrolled? Let's check AI. How many students are enrolled? So you can see now, based on the provided data, there are a total of 21 students. Before it was indicating 19. So there are now total of what, 21 students. 2 students were added, enrolled, which is that one from GSS and the one for SS, who is correct. So we have 21 students. Like I've told you, that one we are seeing 30 something. It just some figures are added and they are not proper. It was simulation. So, but probably this is 21 students that was captured, which is indeed fresh one for this particular session. So there are a total of 21 students enrolled in the system. So if I ask, okay, what are the pending submission? Do you have any pending submission so far? Pending submission. Okay, there's one pending submission. Okay, for that particular, okay, there's one pending submission so far for this session. So we can say a lot of things. Which word has most school? Student in science, like I've told you, student in humanity, student, you ask any question you want to ask the AI, and the AI will give you the proper feedback. And this application is built in Laravel, one of the world's most powerful PHP framework. And the reason why I decided to use Laravel is that it has built-in protection against SQL injection and SS and the SRF attacks, that's cross-site forgery attacks. It is scalable. It can handle millions of records and maintainable. Clean code that is easy to update And modern uses uses the latest web technologies. Cloud ready and deploy ready render. You can deploy it on render. It can deploy on AWS or Azure anywhere. So it works both MySQL and PostgreSQL database, giving you flexibility in deployment. The system comes with comprehensive documentation, sample data, and test command to verify everything works. So so far so good. We are looking at the AI assistant that answers many questions about your data, multimodal support, the word and LGA management, intelligent subject selection, the automated. Okay, let's look at the automated promotion system. This is AI assistant. So the automated promotion system and the promotion system. So like I've told you, okay, like let's see the student promotion. So this is where we control the promotion. So we have a particular date for the time for promotion. I think normally be at the third time. So this is where we can enable it and disable it. During when we disable, we have disabled it. When we enable it, if you click enable, it will enable promotion, and then it will ask you, okay, what do you want to do? You want to promote? When we go to this promotion, go to promotion, it will ask you now that current promotion window is available now. So what do you want to do? And one thing about promotion is that this is the logic. When you promote, those in JSS1 move to JSS2. Those in JSS2 goes to JSS3. The JSS3 data are archived. And then this is where you download the archive. When you promote, do the promotion for SS, the SS1 get promoted to SS2. SS2 get promoted to SS3. SS3 results are archived. And cumulative average, promotion started greater than 40%. Promoted on trial, this is what will be indicated on the result. Cumulative average for those who status will be promoted on trial will be those that have their whose cumulative average are less than or equals to 40%, while the one that are promoted at cumulative average whose status are cumulative average greater than or equals to 40%. So this is how the promotion logic works. This is a very intuitive interface. So very awesome. Very awesome. This is not just a school management system. This is an intelligent education platform. So if you are managing schools, running on education ministry, or working in edutech, you need to see this system in action. So this system is already being used to manage thousands of students across multiple schools. It is proven, it is powerful, and it's ready for your institution. The future of education management is here, and it's powered by AI. That's one thing about this. Don't get left behind with outdated systems and manual processes. So if you find this valuable, smash that like button, subscribe for more education technology content like this, and share this with anyone who needs to see it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.